స్టార్ట్ అన్నా కదా. ఇదేది ఇంకోటి ఉంటుంది కదా, ఇంకోటి మనం షేర్ చేస్తాం కదా, ఓపెన్ చేసా కదా. యూఎస్బి డ్రైవ్లో అందే చెయ్యి, అది మర్చెంట్ అనాలిసిస్ షేర్ యూఎస్బి డ్రైవ్లో స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాం. Can you hear me, CR?
Yes, sir.
Just screen sharing is going on, some problem is there with the net. So just we'll start the class. So yesterday's recap, yesterday we have seen that that particular merchant circle analysis, a merchant circle diagram. So that is the thing we have, and we'll start with the class as far as the other aspects are concerned. And can you see the screen? Can you see the screen?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So I'll share the screen now, but there's some problem. We'll try to go for the okay. Now you can see the screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll start the class. All of you unmute yourself.
Sir.
All of you unmute yourself, please.
Yes,
Because
sir.
the two sections, it's hard to control, and you've been
Lal,
explained.
lal.
Okay. So we'll start with the class, and we'll go for the
Sir,
recap
voice look like
afterwards.
this, sir,
But
voice.
whatever we want to fix.
Sir, voice break అవుతుంది సార్.
Voice
Yes,
not.
one breaking the voice.
Sir, voice
Okay.
break అవుతుంది సార్.
Voice break
Okay.
అవుతుంది sir, voice.
So Wi-Fi, because the Wi-Fi connection is not there. We have a.
Yes, sir. బీజం.
So we Wi-Fi
Sir,
connection is
full
not
net,
there.
sir.
We are having some problem regarding that. But you try to. I'll just try to increase the particular thing as far as the voice is concerned. So now can you hear my voice?
Subject name, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll start with this particular aspect of this PPT where we are stopped. We'll just go on with that one, and
Yes, sir.
finish up to this one. So today we'll
Subject name.
start with the stress and strain on the chip. So stress and strain on the chip. So you just try to follow that. I'll give you time because today you have to just write the equations and if your time permits, we'll try to go for the problems, one or two problems. And after this particular theory, we have to do at least some 6 to 10 problems as far as the this mechanics of orthogonal cutting is concerned. So that is a particular thing we start and this stress and strain on the chip, the particular chips are produced due to plastic deformation of the metal, and they experience stress and strain. So that is the thing we have to discuss today, and we have to see that yesterday we have taken two forces into consideration. One is the compression force and the shear force, which are perpendicular to each other. These two forces act on the shear plane. So whenever any forces act on the shear plane, we already told that we have already discussed that the shear angle we have to consider. We have to consider the shear angle. So,
అంటున్నాడు మరి ఎక్కడక్కడ ఉంది.
so unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself.
Subject what, sir?
So metal cutting and machine tools, because you have to be aware of the timetable also. Okay. So you try to see the timetable, and we are following the A section timetable. We are combined from yesterday, and we are following the A section timetable. So,
Yes, sir.
and you try to see the diagram. This is the geometry of chip formation in orthogonal cutting, in which A is the cross-sectional area of uncut chip. So whenever the chip is uncut, before the machining is not there, it is the cross-sectional area is given by B into T, where B is the width of cut and D is the depth of cut. D is the depth of cut, or it's nothing but uncut chip thickness. So AS, so you can see AS here. AS is the shear plane area. Shear plane area. And the or AS or A, the area A, here this is the area A, this is a particular hatched figure, hatched portion, and A is given in terms of AS into sin phi. AS is the shear plane area into sine of the shear angle. So this is the tool, this is the chip, and this is the hatched portion. Here on the chip is the shear area, and the width is given by TC. What is TC? It is the chip thickness. It is the chip thickness. Already we have discussed the chip thickness ratio. Chip thickness ratio. It is the ratio of the uncut chip thickness. It is the ratio of the uncut chip thickness by the chip thickness. So what is the particular thing yesterday we have seen, that is K or 1 by R. It is the reciprocal of the chip thickness ratio. So this is the tool, and that is a chip, and TC is the chip thickness, and this is the workpiece. So whenever we want to calculate the mean normal stress, sigma, because in strength of materials you are aware with the definite notations. So sigma is equal to FC by AS. So what is FC? FC is the compressional force. What is AS? AS is the shear plane area. So whenever A is equal to AS by sin phi, AS you can write in terms of AS is equal to A by sin phi. So here in the equation, if we substitute instead of AS, A by sin phi, we are left over with FC by A by sin phi. So this FC into sin phi by A. So you have to, so all of you unmute yourself, or I am forced to mute all of you. So be disciplined. ES gar join ayyarande. E Srinivas gar join ayyara. Okay. So FC is equal to FF into cos phi. So what is FF? It is the feed force. Yesterday I told you it is a vertical component of the force. FC is the cutting force. FC is the cutting force, and it is the horizontal component. FT. What I mean FT is the horizontal component. It is the tangential force. So Fc sin phi by A. So you have to put the values of Fc is equal to Ff cos phi plus Ft sin phi in this particular equation. So mean normal stress sigma is equal to, if you substitute instead of Fc, this Ff cos phi plus Ft sin phi, it will be Ff cos phi plus Ft sin phi into sin phi by A. So this is the particular mean normal stress. So that is the mean normal stress we have, and we have next the mean shear stress. Mean shear stress, you know, shear stress is given by tau. Tau is equal to Fs. Fs is the what? It is the shear force.
ఎలా వచ్చింది?
Hello, mute yourself.
సార్ ఏ బై సైన్ ఫై ఉంది కదా?
What?
సార్ ఏ బై సైన్ ఫై ఉంది కదా?
As is equal to A by sin phi. So here A by Fs is mean shear stress is equal to A by sin phi. So sin phi will go in the numerator, Fs into sin phi by A. Fs into sin phi by A. So that is the particular thing. And because you may be asking, normal stress, we have to take the particular compressive stress into consideration. And for the mean shear stress tau, we have to take the shear force into consideration. For the normal shear stress, we have to take the compressive force into consideration. So you just try to concentrate, because I've seen many people not concentrating. You have to settle with the online classes, because you know, because of the COVID situation, all this semester we have to go for the completion of the syllabus only in the online classes. Maximum 60, minimum 60 classes will come.
Exams also online, sir.
I don't know. You ask the university. Don't ask those sort of questions. So you just try to concentrate. First, you have to prepare for the this particular subject or 3 subjects. All have relaxed, I know. So Fs is equal to tau into B into T by sin phi. So what is Fs? Fs is given by tau. Tau is the shear stress, and B into T. What is B into T? It is the area of the uncut chip, and sin phi. So this is the particular the expressions for the normal stress sigma and the particular mean shear stress tau. So all these are the particular things we have to consider. So whenever and we can show that this particular tau is equal to, so whenever we try to tau instead of Fs, what is Fs? Previously we have yesterday in the merchant circle diagram we have seen that Fs is given by Ft cos phi minus Ff sin phi. So you have to substitute that value of Fs in this particular equation, Fs sin phi by A. So instead of As, we are writing A by sin phi. So here tau is given by Ft into cos phi minus Ff sin phi into, instead of As, it is A by sin phi. So you keep that in the bracket Fs expression, and we are left over with the mean shear stress tau. So that is the thing. And in the particular this particular topic, we already want to discuss the shear strain also. The shear strain, here you just try to remember the particular expression. We have no derivation, directly in the textbooks he has given. So shear strain, who is Nani? 364. Who is Nani? Okay.
Mandeep, Sai Mandeep.
Okay. I'll admit, but you don't join late. I just try to request you, because you will be spoiling your particular, because I was surprised because somebody has asked what is the subject. So shear strain is equal to cot phi plus tan of phi minus alpha. All this are being recorded, be careful, students, and it is being uploaded to the cloud. So you will be taken to task if you are making any disturbances or disturbing the class teacher. So strain is equal to cot phi plus tan of phi minus alpha. What is alpha? Alpha is nothing but, it is the rake angle. Alpha, it is nothing but the rake angle. So that is a particular expression. And what is strain? Strain is given by sigma is equal to, so these are the terms you have to remember, already I told you. So this is one of the expression, first equation, and the second equation, strain is equal to cos alpha by sin phi into cos of phi minus alpha. So you know,
అర్థం కావట్లేదు.
so these are the expressions. It's not that you cannot understand. Already I told you these are the expressions you have to take into
Sir,
account.
voice break out, sir.
Okay, it is this one. Sorry, because we don't have Wi-Fi. It is a portable hotspot, and the particular the internet connection is not stable. So you have to just concentrate on the screen. Concentrate on the screen. And these are the two equations which are given ready-made. There is no derivation. And whatever expressions we have considered for yesterday, FC and FF, we have substituted in this particular equations. So next topic, we are going for the forces of a single point tool or a single point cutting tool. So here, if you just try to see the diagram, so just we'll come to the diagram. So here, when we come to the diagram, so this diagram is showing the forces, the cutting forces in oblique turning process. So yesterday, last week, we have discussed about the oblique turning and the orthogonal turning. Oblique means the turning is at a particular angle, not 90 degrees. So whenever we consider the free body diagram of this one, FA is equal to FF. Yesterday I want to tell that also alternate name for feed force is also FA. This is the feed force, this is the radial force, and this is the tangential force. And this is the direction of tool travel, and this is the tool. So whenever a workpiece is rotating, and you just try to see the direction of rotation of the workpiece. So you just try to see whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise. You have to judge properly. And the directions also, yesterday I told you, the direction of the arrow plays a prominent role in the free body diagram. In the free body diagram, you have to just go for the particular the arrow direction also, and the resolving of the forces. You have to resolve the forces in the free body diagram. So R is the resultant force, FA is the feed force, FR is the radial force, and FT is the tangential force. Feed force is the vertical component, FT tangential force is the horizontal component. So all these are very important aspects you have to just take into consideration, because Merchant's steel diagram or the Merchant's force diagram is the heart of mechanics of orthogonal cutting, is the heart of the metal cutting. So the expressions you have to practice, the derivations you have to practice, and based on that only you can answer any short answer question. In the short answer question also, we'll be doing some short answer problems also, short question problems also, and the 8 marks or whatever 7 marks problems also. Marks is not a criteria, but you have to, if you know the subject, you can just have the marks. So in the particular three forces, whatever we have considered in the earlier diagram, FT is the largest in magnitude. What is FT? FT is the tangential force. FT is the tangential force. So it is the largest in magnitude. All the three forces, what I mean to say, are nothing but the particular forces. We can analyze the cutting forces by means of the lathe tool dynamometer, or the tool dynamometer in the lab. And FR is the smallest. FR means it is the radial force in the radial direction. So for turning operation, that particular feed force, you just try to see. Feed force you can express in terms of 0.3 FT. What is 0.3? It is directly given, because all these terms you have to remember for the problems, and those are preparing for GATE from now onwards, because you have to be very serious as far as the job market is concerned or the study market. and 0.6, the range is from 0.3 ft and 0.6 ft, and the radial force is also given by 0.2 ft and 0.4 ft. So these are the things you have to remember. So what is the range? Somebody may ask, what is the smallest range or the mid range or something? This particular feed force and the radial force are taken according to the condition of the turning process, or according to the particular the tool material as well as the workpiece material. In the metal cutting handbooks we have, but you don't require in the advanced metal cutting you just require things. So the components FT and FA, already I told you, they are determined with the help of a suitable force dynamometer. So whatever we are telling, the lathe tool dynamometer is nothing but it is the force dynamometer. So the resultant forces, whatever we have resolved in the particular earlier diagram, R is equal to root of FA square. FA is nothing but, already I told you, it is FF, feed force. So, and FT is the tangential force, and FR is the radial force. So, because it is oblique cutting, it is the three-dimensional cutting. It is the three-dimensional machining. Already we have discussed in the theory, in the fundamentals. So, in the orthogonal cutting, it is the two-dimensional machining. So, only two forces are considered. Only the feed force and the tangential force will come into play. And FR is 0, because the third dimension is not there in orthogonal cutting. That FR, the radial force is 0. So, whenever the radial force is 0, you try to, instead of FR, you just try to put 0. So, you are left over with the resultant force in orthogonal cutting. Expression is given by R is equal to root over FA square plus FT square. Okay. So, that is the two expressions you have to follow as far as the forces in the oblique cutting and the orthogonal cutting, and the resultant force is given by like that. So what is the torque developed? You know what is the torque? You know. So what is the torque? Torque. So what is the torque developed on the workpiece? So a torque will be developed on the workpiece. In the free body diagram, you can just give like a particular arrow, just like bending moment, and you have to express it in a correct way, in the direction also. So torque is given by the formulas. You have to just write down. Already I told you, you have to maintain a definite book, and I have shared, because of the net problem, I could not share with the section B. I'll share today. CR will try to give the two PPTs I have discussed last week. Okay. Torque T is equal to FT into D by 2 into 1000 Newton meter. Bending moment or torque is given by the units. Units are very important here. So FT is the tangential force, and what is the diameter of the workpiece in mm. So you have to be careful of the particular the conversion of the units also. So 1 meter is equal to how many mm? Anybody can say? Any participant?
1000, sir.
1000. Okay, you have to be very careful in the conversion of units. You have to have all the units in one place, and FT is equal to the cutting force or the tangential force. So this is the particular expression you have to consider for the torque. And for the heat produced, because heat will be produced during metal cutting or during turning operation, H is equal to FT. Again, you have to take the particular the tangential force into consideration, the horizontal component only, because feed force is only for feeding of the tool on the workpiece. So you have to take only the tangential force. That is the reason. And FT into hello, you don't talk among yourselves. Everything is being recorded. So FT into V by 60 into 1000. By 60 into 1000, it is kilonewton meter per second. Or when we try to express a particular heat produced in kilowatts, kilonewton meter per second or kilowatts is one and the same. But whenever you want to express kilowatts and kilojoules per second also, you can express in any one of the terms. So it's better to express in kilowatts the heat produced or kilojoules per second. where V is the cutting speed, pi dn by 60 or pi dn by 1000. If it
अंजोके
is,
अल्ल तेरे तात्या बोल नीरुंदे
hello, who is
Ah.
talking? Please unmute yourself, please.
नीक भाई माँ
Hello, who's that who is talking? Please,
303 సార్ అల్లి
or else you just try to leave from the class. Please leave from the class. You'll be taken into task. So Ft is equal to cutting force. Cutting force, or it is okay. Raised hand 371. Any doubt? 371. Any doubt? Who is 371? So V is the cutting speed. So V is the cutting speed, and that is the Ft is the cutting force, and it is given in newtons. So what is the heat produced? Heat produced you can express in terms of the kilocalories per minute also. So whenever you are expressing in kilocalories per minute, the particular units are kilocalorie per minute instead of the kilojoules per second or kilonewton per second. So the heat produced is also equal to this particular expression. So heat produced is given by H is equal to Ft into V by 427 kilocalories per minute. So that is the heat produced. So these two expressions, according to the particular data that is given in the problem, you have to use that particular expression for heat produced. That heat produced is nothing but it is a work done in metal cutting. So that is the particular thing. 346. Any doubt? Don't raise your hand for the sake. If you have any doubt, you try to type in the chat box, or you unmute yourself and ask the question and have your doubt. So that is the particular thing. I will not admit from tomorrow those latecomers. Already more 8 members are there, because everything is being recorded and we are observed also along with you. So don't try to disturb the class. So what is the power required? So what is the power required? Power required is given by power required is given by. So there is don't try to go for ordinary chart. I want the technical questions here.
Slide down, sir.
Huh? Okay.
Please
So-
slide down, sir.
Slide down. Okay. Just I'm seeing that only.
Heat.
That arrow. So what is the power required? Power required is given by Ft into V. So what is the Ft? Ft is the tangential force or the horizontal component into V. V is the cutting speed by 60 into 1000 into A. This is efficiency term. Efficiency, that is power is given in kilowatts. So here the expression, any particular problem in metal cutting, in mechanics of orthogonal cutting, you can ask anything, the heat generated or power or any of the things. So in the problems, we'll just try to discuss from tomorrow onwards. Tomorrow, all of you come with calculators and notebook. You have to note down the problems. So Ft is equal to cutting force. V is the cutting speed. It is in meters per minute.
జూమ్ చేయండి సార్
Chesta. Some particular, you try to tell your particular parents to not to disturb, because it is the duty of them to encourage you to study hard, because you are paying fees. So you just try to ask them to unmute themselves. So efficiency is, say, you have to take between 80 to 90%. Anybody can ask why efficiency cannot be taken 100%. Why efficiency cannot be taken 100%? So that is the problem we have, because any heat engine, any ideal model, ideal model is not there in the universe. That's why you have to take the efficiency between 80 to 90%. So what is the metal removal rate? So what is the metal removal rate? Metal removal rate is given by V into B into T into centimeter cube per minute. V is the cutting velocity in centimeter per minute. B is the width of cut in centimeter. B is the width of cut. It is nothing but the feed rate. It is in centimeter per revolution or mm per revolution. I told you, you have to take any one unit, mm or centimeter, and you have to convert the units all in 1 units. So T is the depth of cut. Depth of cut is nothing but it is the uncut chip thickness. It is the uncut chip thickness. So that is the thing we have to see, and you have to also take into consideration the maximum metal removal rate, MRR max. CR, you ask the participants, those who are disturbing, to unmute themselves and try to tell the particular parents to be away from the class, to be away from the particular the area, because it is very disturbing. So maximum metal removal rate, MRR max, is given by maximum power available at machine spindle. It is nothing but, already I told you, power is given in kilowatts, and the power required is nothing but, it is given by, power required is given by kilowatt per centimeter cube per minute. So already the units you have to be very familiar, and this is the particular theory part as far as the mechanics of orthogonal cutting is concerned. So another 18 minutes are there. So you just try to revise. I will ask the particular participants whether we'll revise or just will try to go for the problems. Ma, CR, Sairam,
Revise.
and Aja.
Revise.
We'll revise. Okay, better, because we have 4 problems we cannot complete in this class. We'll start the problems because you have to be prepared with the calculator also. So we'll revise. We'll revise whatever we have just discussed yesterday. So all these are very important aspects because of the, already I told you, because of the net I cannot share this particular thing. Along with this, I'll share for B section also, and A section I've shared the previous PPTs. So be careful. This is not a easy subject. You may be thinking it is a theory subject, but we have problems in some of the units. Without theory, without basic theory, you cannot know any one of this one. So I want you to now concentrate on this particular Merchant's force diagram. Merchant's force diagram, which is very important. Merchant's force diagram or the Merchant circle diagram. So in the Merchant circle diagram, if you go for a recap, what we have discussed yesterday, because I want to start in the beginning itself, but I want to do the problems. So because of your particular request, we'll start the problems tomorrow, and you have to bring the calculators and the notebook. You have to note down the problems. So while considering the Merchant circle diagram or the Merchant force diagram, we have to consider the 2 triangle forces or the free body diagram. So what are the 2 triangular forces for the free body diagram we have considered? It is the second figure. Yesterday I told you, you have to be very careful in the free body diagrams, because so many people, why they are failing in engineering mechanics, because you are not able to analyze the particular problem. You are not able to analyze the particular problem related to mechanics. So it is simply, this is also the mechanics of orthogonal cutting. So you have to take these two free body diagrams into consideration while analyzing the particular the particular triangle of forces in the Merchant circle diagram or the Merchant force diagram. So yesterday we have seen R is the resultant of the compression force and the shear force, which is shear force is along the shear plane, and the particular compression force is normal to the shear plane. So phi is the shear angle. So what is R dash? R dash is the resultant of F and N. F and N. N is the normal force. N is the normal force, and alpha is the rake angle. So whenever you are considering that particular forces there, because it is acting along the tool face, you have to take the rake angle into consideration. Yesterday I just told you to note this point also. So you don't interchange the angles alpha and phi, then you will be in trouble, and you will not be able to solve the problem. You cannot get the answer, proper answer also. So whenever we are trying to, that's why we have to take the free body diagram into consideration. and together we have to draw that merchant circle diagram. You have to practice, my dear students, you have to practice. Then only you can become perfect. And for the sake of simplicity, the cutting forces are plotted at the tool point. At the tool point instead of the actual point of application, because this is a composite first circle. Because you are taking, why is it known as a composite first circle? Because you are taking two triangle of forces for the free body diagram we have discussed now, and we have to take that resultants R and R dash into consideration. So we have to develop various force relationships as far as the particular cutting forces are concerned. That is that is FT, that is FT and FC, that is FT and FC, the FT and FA, or FA or FF, because FF is the feed force, because that's why you'll get confused. That's why I not introduced FA yesterday. Only in the oblique cutting that we have introduced FA instead of FF. So it can be held with the help of a force diameter. So whenever we want to consider the resultant, we can find out the resultant easily. So knowing the rake angle of the tool and the two forces F and N, which are acting along the tool face, rake face of the tool. So the shear angle can be found as tan phi. This also you have to by heart the particular equation tan phi. Tan phi is equal to cos alpha by K minus sin alpha. So what is K? Yesterday I told you K is the chip reduction coefficient, or it is inverse of the 1 by R, where R is the chip cutting ratio. So this chip thickness TC by uncut chip thickness. So that is the particular thing you have to consider. So chip thickness, chip reduction coefficient. So FT is the cutting force, that is the tangential force, and FF is the feed force. So every time I'm repeating, one is the horizontal component and one is the vertical component. So this you have to just evaluate the particular analysis, the cutting forces on the tool, and these are measured by the force dynamometer or the lathe tool dynamometer and turning. So FC is the, don't talk among yourself. In spite of repeated things, you are not following the decency or decorum of the class. You are habituated in the offline class, I think. So FC is a compressive or normal force on the shear plane, and Fs is the shear force on the shear plane. So what are these two forces? These are the forces exerted by the workpiece on the chip. So you have to know what are the forces exerted by the workpiece on the chip, FC and Fs. So what are the forces exerted by the tool on the chip? Because already I told you, these are the forces exerted by the tool on the rake face. Rake face is alpha. So F is the frictional force and N is the normal force. So yesterday again, I don't want to go back because yesterday I already explained the particular diagram. So if we want, we'll go for the diagram. Okay. So another 10 minutes are there. I'll go for the diagram. I can explain without that also. We'll just try to see. So what is F? What is F here? You just try to see. It is AQ. It is AQ plus. You just try to see the diagram, my dear friends. You just try to see the diagram. So what is this one? What is F? F is equal to AQ plus QB. F is equal to AQ plus QB. Okay. So you just try to see that. So what is that is what is QB? QB is equal to DC. When you consider the parallelogram DQ BC. So QB is equal to DC. QB is equal to DC. So and what is F? F is nothing but it is a we can write the expression of F in terms of, because you know what is sin theta. Already I told you it is opposite by hypotenuse. So it is sin alpha. Sin alpha. So you can write that as F by Ft. F by, where is Ft? This is Ft. Ft. So you can write that expression as F is equal to Ft sin alpha, AQ. Where is AQ? This is AQ. This is AQ. So you can write that expression in terms of Ft sin alpha. So DC, where is DC? DC is this particular expression. DC is this particular expression or this particular side of the parallelogram. So DC is, you can write in terms of the feed force. This is the feed force. Feed force into cos alpha. So you have to practice this particular twice or thrice, not single take. You can have this into your mind or practice is the best way. And N. So N, where is N? N. So this is N. N is CB. See, N is equal to, where is this PQ? PQ minus PD. PQ minus PD. So you can write PQ in terms of Ft cos alpha. Ft cos alpha. Ft is the tangential force. And this PD you can write as in terms of FF sin alpha. FF sin alpha. So you have to be very careful in that particular the trigonometrical relations. If you don't know what is sin theta, cos theta, or what is tan theta, and if you write one for the other, you won't get. So opposite by hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent by hypotenuse. You may be thinking that why the faculty is stressing upon this particular things, because some people are weak in mathematics. Because we have seen in M1, M2, what are the failures. I don't want to go for the result analysis, but I'm telling. So be careful there. So what is N? N can be written as Ft into cos alpha minus FF into sin alpha. So CB. You know what is CB? CB is nothing is equal to, already told. We can write in terms of that particular terms, PQ minus PD. So now we'll write the expression for Fs. So what is Fs? Fs is this one. Fs is this one. Fs is written as AO. AO minus OK. AO minus OK. So you're left over with AK. So what is AK is equal to AO minus OK. So what is OK? OK is equivalent to how much? You just try to see the parallelogram. Again, try to see the parallelogram, or you can write directly what is OK. OK is equal to PE. OK is equal to PE. If you try to see the parallelogram, OK PE. Okay, because it's parallel to PE,
Sir.
we can write in terms of OK is equal to PE. OK is equal to PE.
Sir.
So okay, what?
సార్ జూమ్ చేయండి సార్ అసలు కనపట్లేదు డయాగ్రామ్.
Okay. Now you have to just tell me, because I will be. ఇప్పుడు
కొంచెం చేయండి సార్, కొంచెం.
ఓకే చెప్తున్నాను అమ్మా, అంటే మేము కొంత చెప్పడానికి ఎఫెక్టివ్గా చెప్పడానికే చూస్తాం, కానీ మేమేమి అనుకోము. మీరు చెప్పండి, పర్లేదు, బీ ఫ్రీ. ఓకే, బట్ డోంట్ బీ ఫ్రీ ఇన్ అదర్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్. ఓకే, Fs is equal to, already I told you, Fs can be written in terms of OA minus OK, and this one, and this OK is equal to P. Already I told you, you have to consider the triangle OKPE, and you can write Fs in terms of Ft, because Fs is the shear force. You can write an expression in terms of Ft cos phi minus Ff sin phi. So that is the particular expression. And what is Fc? Fc is nothing but, what is Fc? It is the compression force. So just try to see what is Fc here. So this is Fc. This is Fc. So Fc you can write in terms of Ck. So just try to see what is Fc. It is equal to Ck. So you can write Ck in terms of Ce plus Ek. Ce plus Ek. Ce plus Ek. So that and what is Ek? You can just try to see what is Ek. It is equal to PV, because you have to consider the parallelogram PO KE. You have to see that it is the parallel Ek is equal to PO. So you can write that particular Fc, that is the compression force, in terms of that Ff into cos phi. Ff is the feed force into cos phi plus Ft into sin phi. That is the particular things you have to say. You have to consider And what is Ft? And again, Ft right in terms of the resultant, the tangential force or the horizontal component. You can write in terms of this particular resultant R into cos of beta minus alpha. This is beta minus alpha. So you try to just concentrate for another 4 or 5 minutes because the internet connection is unstable. I will stop exactly at the time in 4 minutes. So don't worry. So Ft is equal to R into cos of beta minus alpha. And what is Ff? Ff is equal to feed force. It is the vertical component. It is R into sin beta minus alpha. LEs are also being indisciplined. They're joining late. My dear friends, be careful. Ff is a feed force, R into sin beta minus alpha. So you have written the expressions, the horizontal component and the vertical component in terms of the resultant. So what is shear force? What is shear force? Fs. So you can write the shear force also in terms of cos beta minus alpha plus theta. You can see this Fs here. Whenever you are considering Fs, this is the included angle of this particular shear force. That's why you can write the shear force in terms of Fs is equal to R into cos of beta minus alpha plus theta, because this is the total included angle of this particular thing. So we have got the expression for Ft, you have got the expression for Fs. CR, have you taken the attendance? Taken the attendance, CR, Sairam and Ajad?
No, sir.
Sairam and Ajad? You have to take, because I cannot say E. Srinivas have not joined that particular class, I think. E. Srinivas garu?
Sir, our staff sir.
Sir, our leru. Adike meer teeskondi.
Screenshot తీసాను sir.
Okay. So you have to write the expressions Ft and Fs, because already we have written in terms of the particular resultant, and Ft by Fs is equal to cos of beta minus alpha. Kalim bhai, who is Kalim bhai? Don't raise your hand for the namesake because you are wasting our time. And Ft by Fs is equal to R into cos of beta minus alpha by R of cos beta minus alpha plus theta. So RR will get cancelled and you are left over with that particular expression. So you can write Ft in terms of Fs. And again, you have evaluated the forces Fn, and also you can write the particular ratio of F by N in terms of what is F? Ft sin alpha plus Ff cos alpha. But what is N? N, normal force, is given by Ff cos alpha minus Ft sin alpha. So what is mu? Yesterday I told you mu is equal to F by N. Mu is equal to F by N. So what is mu? Mu also you can write in terms of tan beta. What is beta? Beta is the angle of frictional angle. So it is the angle of friction. So F by N is equal to mu is equal to tan beta. But here mu you have to take as the kinetic coefficient of friction. Mu is the kinetic, because it is not in the static condition. The metal cutting will be in the dynamic condition. So angle of friction is beta is equal to tan inverse mu, because mu is equal to tan beta. It is nothing but okay. So we'll just end the class, my dear friends, and tomorrow you bring with the notes and calculators. We'll start the problems on metal cutting, mechanics of orthogonal cutting. So we'll leave the class. Okay. Any doubt you can ask tomorrow, because we have
Attendance, sir. Attendance, sir.
Attendance, this is offline. This is not offline class. Okay, I'll take the attendance. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.